Eddie, is it fair to say that was the result you were looking for, if not the performance?
Yeah, I don't think the performance was bad. Definitely the result we were looking for. Difficult game today. Can't underestimate the challenge of Tuesday to Saturday. Emotions, playing a very difficult opponent. Delighted with how we found a way to win. Late goal at home. There's no better way to win, arguably. And I thought the strongest part of our performance was the last 20, 25 minutes, half an hour, and that pleases me because that means the squad's in a good place. The attitude of the guys coming on the pitch was excellent.
You talked about the guys coming on the pitch. Captain made a big impact for them. Will they still have made an impact for you?
Yeah, he did. I'm really pleased with Will because he's not 100% fit. He's nursing an ankle problem, so we've got to try and manage him correctly. But I think you've seen, everyone that's watched us, big development in his game, big change in his confidence levels. Because of that, he's coming on the pitch and influencing matches, and he's got great attributes. Today he did really, really well, I thought, to choose the right time to shoot, and Leno's made a good save, but our captain's there to finish off the move, so it's a massive goal for us.
Okay, we've got to Chris, Kieran, and then to Dom, please.
You mentioned that massive goal, Eddie. I mean, Bruno missed a couple of other chances, including one sort of big header at the front post, but then he still pops up with that, still there in the 90th minute to deliver that. What does that say about him and some of his drive as well?
Yeah, I mean, Bruno, I've spoken about it many times, but the player and the person together is a very special thing. I mean, his will to win, his drive, his determination to be successful is there for us every day. His professionalism to prepare himself to play is of the highest level, and I always think you get your rewards if you do that. And 90th minute, he's still going. How he's ended up in the box in that moment, I'd love to see back, because there must have been a moment where he's had to put the burners on and sort of foresee what's going to happen. But that's down to his motivation. So he's a very special player, and as I say, a special person, and we're lucky to have him.
And you've been at the receiving end of a few late goals this season, which have been the other way. So how different does this make it feel?
Well, it's the best way to win. It's the best way to win for us, the players and the supporters, because it's dramatic. It's just gives you so much more belief winning that way. I'm not saying that's the way I want to win, but you need to find a way to win depending on the scoreline. And as you say, we've had the heartbreak of the goals going in against us. We've done a lot of talking about how we manage the latter part of games, and delighted to see the players get their rewards.
Kieran?
I just asked, obviously, Nick didn't score today, but he had others step up. That's probably something you want to see more of.
Yeah, absolutely. Delighted with Murph's finish. I mean, that's a really tight angle to score from. He had a couple of other moments that he could have also scored from, and I think the chance creation was important today, and it was good to see. Anthony Elanga has a chance late on. Bruno, as you say, had the header. I think we're hopefully on the right road in terms of our general performance. As I said, I don't think today was our absolute best, but I thought it was a decent performance and an amazing win.
How would you kind of assess the start of the season? Because I think last season it also started with 3 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. Weirdly, I know it ended up being a good season, but how do you feel kind of personally?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I think overall, if you look, we're still in the Carabao Cup, doing okay in the Champions League. Obviously, our league position could be better. I'd like to think we'll improve as the season goes on. I like to think the best is still in front of us, so we're working towards finding our best performances.
Dom?
I think Will's playing every game. What are you seeing in the Premier League? What are you seeing from him now?
I just think there's been big growth in his game. He's worked tirelessly with Graham Jones, who's done a lot of individual work with him, as have all of our coaches, but Graham in particular. I think the key thing for any player is when you come on the pitch, regardless of what minutes you get, you impress. And I think Will has done that gradually, and slowly but surely I've then trusted him with more minutes. Now the ankle injury that he's got is slightly curtailing that, because I don't want to make that problem worse. I want him to feel really good when he comes on the pitch. So we're sort of managing that, but fundamentally his attitude, he wants to be here, he wants to play, and he's very committed.
Thank you. You'll go the other Dominic, Daniel, and then Craig, please.
Just on the substitutes, Eddie, Fabian Schär came on in a difficult moment. You just conceded. He's probably been frustrated not to play. More and unlucky after his concussion. How good was it to see him get back on the pitch, but also make an impact as well, keep you on the front foot?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was important for Fabi to come on and do well, because difficult moment for him. He's been an ever-present near enough since I've been here. Obviously the challenge is greater this season with the arrival of Malik and Sven's form and Dan's form. For all the defenders to step up and to play is not easy with the group of defenders that we have. So delighted with how we played today, and that will do him the world of good.
How is Sven Botman after?
I think he's okay. Yeah, there's no concussion there. It was a cut, but a very good decision from the on-field physio to recommend I take him off.
Daniel?
Eddie, after the Fulham game last season, of course, they equalised in that game and you went on to lose that game. What was done different this time to make sure that you came out on top?
Sorry, what was that? The Brighton game, did you say?
Sorry, no, Fulham last season. Yeah,
Fulham, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything necessarily that was said, because obviously that's in motion. The game's in motion in the second half when they equalise. I just felt that probably the difference today was our subs came on and made a big difference, but also you'd be surprised if they didn't. You look at the quality. Sandro Tonali's coming on, Harvey Barnes, Fabian that we've just spoke about. We had a very strong bench today, and hopefully that can make the difference more often than not for us.
Just on Miller Sooner again, how impressed have you been with his attitude? Because of course he had a difficult ending somewhere he nearly left the club.
Well, that's why I said that's always the key thing for any player. Looking at the longer term picture, and for me, because Will's still so young, it's the development and the attitude that he needs to bring every day to continue to improve his game, and full compliments to him that he's done that. He's worked tirelessly at his game since he's been here, and I think we're seeing the benefits from that.
Okay, 3 to finish. We've got Craig, Martin and Jordan, please. Craig?
Just one, you've made that trouble change in the 61st minute. Fulham had not long equalised. Did you fear at that point the game was perhaps going a different way and was going away from you? It just felt as if the atmosphere in the stadium had changed a little bit.
Well, I think naturally when you concede in that moment, the atmosphere is slightly flat because the game's very much in the balance. I don't think we'd started the second half particularly well. I felt we needed to inject some different energy onto the pitch, and as I say, those players coming on the pitch I did think made a big difference, and really pleased, as I say, with the last 25, 26 minutes, because I thought we were the dominant team, and you're just hoping that we take one of those chances, and thankfully Bruno delivered.
Martin?
Just one, is that a mood-changing goal, Eddie? And is it like...
Yeah, I think it is. We've seen many times, I think, historically, when you score late goals, it's not just the game that you've won that is affected. It's hopefully for us the mood, even the attitude when you're in that position. Again, there's more belief that you can find a winner, that you've got players that can decide games. So I think it has a big knock-on effect, just like we've had to battle the other way because we conceded late at times this year, and you have to battle that becoming a habit, and to break that today I think was really important.
Okay, Jordan, then Lee, do you want to squeeze one in?
Yeah.
Jordan?
How is Sandro Tonali? Obviously being well this week. Did you want to use him, or would you prefer not to have used him today?
I think all options are open. I had a little chat with Sandro at the start of the second half as the game was developing, and just said, look, how do you feel? Do you feel like you could come on and be yourself? And he said, yeah, I feel okay. Whereas yesterday, talking to him, he still felt that he wasn't 100% fit. So it's great to have him so honest and thinking of the team, not himself. It's a great quality to have.
Just on the defenders, how crucial is Malik Chow in those final stages, because he can be sweeping everything up the back and keep the side on the front foot?
Yeah, I thought he gave a great performance in that moment, because we're on top, but it only takes one slip from a defender to cost you, especially with the pace that Fulham had in attack today. So I was very pleased with all the defenders in terms of limiting their counter-attack situations, and Malik in particular, as you say, dealt with some tricky situations really well.
Okay, quick one to finish, Lee. Quick one to finish.
Yeah, just going to try moving forward to Tottenham. I mean, you're only 90 minutes away from another quarter final. I mean, that would really give you a massive lift on the back of this. Boost the confidence even more.
Yeah, I think that's the aim. I think my eyes would now go straight away to reviewing this game and then looking at Tottenham, and there's no rest for us. But I said so many times this season, I'm enjoying the games and the players are the same. So looking forward to that one.
Thanks, everyone. See you soon. Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks very much.